what is called a national democratic revolution. The NDR is not an end in itself, it's a program. That's how comrades should understand it. The NDR is a program. And it is explained in the document that it is the primary program of the ANC, but a minimum program of the alliance. That is what brings us together with the alliance, the National Democratic Revolution, to take us to a national democratic society. As soon as we arrive at that national democratic society, people who define themselves as communist and socialist, Marxist, Leninist, will then leave us there. Here in the PEC, Comrade Maruping, as soon as we arrive at the National Democratic Society, and Comrade Deshi them, and Comrade Zamani, as soon as we arrive at the NDR, the National Democratic Society, we'll then say, bye-bye, comrades. This is your destination. We are marching on to achieve socialism, because that's our destiny. You know, where the means of production is owned by society. In a national democratic society, you'll still get class contradictions. You'll still have those who have the haves and the have-nots. You'll still get those classes there. The ideal society that the Communist Party is fighting, it's a classless society, where the means is basically owned by the people themselves. So the National Democratic Revolution, we must understand at all times, it's a primary program of the ANC, but it's a minimum program of the alliance. Going to the National Policy Conference, what we need to do, and is contained in the document, we must reaffirm our commitment to the content of the National Democratic Society. That's what we want to tell the delegates here. Going there, we must reaffirm our commitment, you know, to the contents of the National Democratic Society. The question then is, what should we reaffirm? What should we reaffirm? We should go there and reaffirm that the strategic goal of the National Democratic Revolution is the resolution of the three basic interrelated contradictions of colonialism of a special type. That's what we need to reaffirm as soon as we arrive there. And this contradiction find expression in national oppression based on three things. Based on your race, we are discriminated against because of our race. And class, the super exploitation of black workers, we need to raise it quite sharply at the National Policy Conference. And the third one is the triple expression of women based on their class, based on their race, class, and gender. That's what we need to do, comrades, as soon as we arrive at the National Policy Conference. That's what we need to articulate, and that's what is keeping us together. If we resort to revisionism and want to reformulate the content of the National Democratic Revolution, we'll go to the National Policy Conference divided. Because sometimes when you listen to comrades, they want to sound like Malema. They want to speak against whites. We must make the point, comrades, that the ANC has never been an organization that is against whites. The ANC has always been an organization that is against white domination. That's the reason why we have Comrade Derek here. That's the reason why we have Comrade Derek. We are not the EFF. Don't create the impression that we are a small EFF. Want to create the impression as if the ANC is against whites. We must make the point, comrades, and emphasize that the ANC has never been against whites. We've always been against white domination. For a cadre of the movement to create the impression that we are again whites, it might sound nice, it might sound revolutionary, it might sound left, but it is basically reactionary, comrades. It is reactionary. For the cadre of a movement to create that impression, it's like throwing down the drain what we defined in 1962 as colonialism of a special type, where the colonizer and the colonized laid claim to the same piece of land. Remember, in countries like Algeria, when their revolution took place, we had colonial administrators there. They jumped on their steamboats and disappeared and left for France. Here we have a sizable portion of whites who made South Africa their home. In fact, even the language that they speak is no longer a foreign language. Afrikaans is very much an indigenous language. They call South Africa their home. Both the colonizer and the colonized laid claim to the same piece of land. That's what we defined in 1962 as colonialism of a special type. And we must live with whites. There's somebody who says, Lambile. Tina, we say that national democracy